Okay, if you guys are new to my channel, welcome on in. My name is Donna. If you guys aren't new in my channel, welcome on back. I'm making some new YouTube videos. Anyway, I wanted to start off this craft vlog the night before I have to go to a flea market. This type of flea market is first come first serve, and it's going to be in Clifton, New Jersey. I kind of been wanting to get into more flea markets because, as of late, I have been trying to apply to various conventions, various events, street fairs, street markets, whatever, what have you. And I haven't been able to get approved for a lot of them. So I was thinking, on the days that I'm not a part of these events that are all around northern Jersey, which I'm a part of, I decided might as well just get into the flea markets on the days that I don't have any events. Now, will this mean that there's gonna be more things I have to make for these flea markets? Yes, that's the whole point of making these things. Like making stuff like this one, and also the teddy bears. And I'm gonna be bringing enough yarn with me to actually crochet throughout the event, if I do get in time as part of the first come first serve, and even bring a whole bunch of stuff that is required for me to actually have with me. And then hopefully not only will I be able to go to that one if everything goes accordingly, which I'm manifesting that it will, I will also try to go to the one that's going to be happening in West Milford, New Jersey. So hopefully I can handle 2 back-to-back flea markets. Fingers crossed, knock on plywood. So I'll see you in the morning. Okay, so it's 5:15 in the morning, and I am rather nervous. I normally, the night before an event, I always have a hard time going to sleep, and so sometimes I get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep at least, to a maximum like 5 or 6, and it's normally okay because like I'm always stoking myself. I always have plenty of water. My dad and I, before we go to an event, we try to go to a Dunkin' Donuts first, and then try to get something to eat and stuff. I normally get myself a refresher and something to eat to calm my nerves a little bit. I do have a expectation to make at least $100. An expectation. Now, the only thing I'm going to have to focus on is actually making that expectation into a reality. Because it doesn't normally always happen where the expectation turns into reality, but it happens in most cases. So I'm actually going to try to focus on that expected goal, and turn it into a reality. And that's what I'm going to be doing at this flea market once I get a spot. Okay, so it's almost 8 o'clock. I'm officially here. I wasn't sure if I was going to get in because I know that the flea markets this company does for various events, it's like a first come first serve basis. So I wasn't sure was actually going to get in, but I did. Currently I'm working on that I have business cards, and in the back I was actually trying to kind of write these on the back. So I'm hoping to just kind of get them done, and then I have some dishcloths that I have to still sew the ends in, so yeah. I kind of want to show you guys what I have. Right now I'm doing like a 10% off, so I put the prices after the 10%. I like to do them where, like, in person, if you buy something you get like an extra 10% off. Like, so I put the prices because I know in the past I haven't been able to like make the prices. Like, you can tell right there that the prices are there. And yeah, my 7s are kind of weird though. So I gotta be careful. Gotta explain to people like how much it actually is. So yeah, This is kind of the gist of it. And also, I got these keychains from the Happy Studio. The person that runs that small business, she's really cool. Met her at Cyclone Con. So yeah, these two keychains are from her. They're Prom and Lucina from Fire Emblem, which is a huge, like, I love that game. Hi guys, it's literally a little past 11:30. I only, at this point, I've already made 2 sales, totaling to a little past $25. So far it's still kind of slow, but it's starting to pick up a little bit, so just a little update. Okay, so it's around 3 p.m. now. It's the flea market's supposed to end at 5 today. And I was able to make back my table and then some. Normally I would try to kind of aim for a certain goal and work my ass off for it, and then try to do 2 different goals. One of them is a realistic goal, and then the other one is a Delulu goal, I like to call it. I'll talk about it later. That's why I do this. And it's always interesting, like, because sometimes I may not hit the Delulu goal, but I'll hit the realistic goal, and other times you guys exceed my expectations. When you guys come to these markets and street fairs and conventions, you guys purchase stuff from me, because it's like I have such low expectations for myself, it's not even funny. And to see it actually exceeding my expectations and then some, fucking nice. Just, it's absolutely wonderful, you know? Okay, so it's been a couple hours since the event ended, the flea market from Clifton, New Jersey. And I kind of want to explain to you guys, I know earlier I briefly talked about realistic goal and delusional goal. Or what you would consider a delusional goal. I saw somebody on TikTok say that, like, she does a lot of run fairs, and she would say, come with me as I make a certain amount of money. And she would call it, like, in a lot of cases, in some cases she'll call it a Delulu goal when she knows that she's making a certain amount of money. And I was like, and then today I had looked back at all the times I set myself up for a goal. That sounds kind of crazy because I'm still a small business owner, and I've only been doing events for, like, I've been running my business for 2.5 years, been running events for like a little more than half of that amount of time. So I was thinking, hey, I set myself up for a goal. This could be considered a Delulu goal or a delusional goal. And let me think about the realistic goal, which is to just make back enough money for this event. Which I now kind of separate the realistic from the Delulu goal. And the Delulu goal was $120, which after fees, I made $122.70. Made back my goal. Not gonna lie, that was kind of fucking dope. However, that $122.70 was before fees, because there was someone who did pay with card. So if you took off the 75 cents in fees, it took the $122.70 down to $121.95, which still was me going over my Delulu goal of $120. My realistic goal was just to make enough money for the table, which was $55, which I did, and I was kind of stoked because I was actually, I think, like, maybe one of the only crochet based businesses, mainly in that entire flea market. Mind you, other people had crochets, like hand and like machine knitted stuff. However, they were all resellers. And how I know it was machine knitted was because unless you're really good at knitting, the stuff that they had looked too good for it to be hand knitted. You know, you have to like be really good at it and know what you're doing in order to have even stuff. And even I could tell when something is machine knitted, or what looks like machine crocheted but is actually machine knitted to make it look like it's been quote unquote machine crocheted, when in reality there's never been a machine that helps out with crocheting. There's not, it's not physically possible, right? So I was actually happy to see that I made the goal, and not only the realistic goal, which was to make back the table, but also the little goal that I had set up for myself in the long run. So hopefully in the next event, which is going to be next week, I was originally wanting to go to the flea market in West Milford, New Jersey, but I decided to take the day off because whenever I come home from an event, my voice kind of sounds pretty deep, and I always get super tired from like an 8 or 9 hour event, and I'm always running low and stuff, which I kind of am. So I'm deciding to kind of like take some time to restock on everything until this coming weekend, which is the Montclair, New Jersey pop-up, which is the Eclectic Chic Boutique pop-up. It's going to be happening a week from today, less than a week from now, and I might end up doing the Elmwood Park, New Jersey flea market. I'm not sure if I'm going to get in, like, you know, it's first come first serve, so I'm always kind of concerned like I might not get in, but in the end of the day I end up getting in. And yeah, that's it. Just wanted to let you guys know a little bit of info on the post market event, and yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video, hopefully talking about other stuff that's related to the business, all that stuff. We'll see how things go. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.